three bills that I intend to address first that I think we will be able to get through in short order. But the significant reason for the Assembly Transportation Committee to meet off-site, generally we meet in the State House Annex in Trenton, we want it to be up here in Hudson County, which is the site of a tragic accident earlier this year in which a young child lost her life, in my opinion, as a result of our inadequate state of regulation on Jitney service. I'm very frustrated by the issue as chairman of this committee because we've sat and discussed this very issue previously. We did pass laws that we thought would help address the situation. My vice chair and I convened a hearing on this very topic in Perth Amboy some years back, and we did manage to get some legislation passed that increased some oversight, that increased some regulation. But in light of what we've seen recently, clearly that's not enough. Clearly it's not sufficient. I'm also mindful of many people who had spoken at those hearings and since then had offered their opinions that these Jitney services provide a valuable service to members of an underserved community. Many people who might not have any other way to get to and from work or wherever they need to go, and I'm aware of that. But as a people, as a state, we have to ask ourselves, is the convenience that these jitneys provide worth the risk that we put people at every day? And this was a situation where this wasn't even a passenger on a jitney. This was not somebody who volunteered to get on one of these vehicles and was injured in the process of using the service. This was somebody on the street. That means that every single one of us are at risk. That means anybody who we know, our friends or family, are at risk. And it's our job as a legislature to look at these situations, as horrible as they may be, to find what went wrong with the legislative scheme we have now, the regulatory scheme. Where are the gaps? How can we fill those gaps? How can we make the rules stronger and tougher? We don't want to see a situation like this happen again. We certainly don't want to put jitneys out of business. We understand they provide a service, but we have to make sure that the providers of those services are meeting the same standards that other common carriers in the state of New Jersey are expected to meet every single day. It sounds like a simple task, but it's not. It sounds like it should be easy and straightforward, but it's difficult. And I assure you that the members here are here today, first and foremost, because we understand that we need to address this. I don't believe any of us up here profess to be experts in the field, and so we are anxious to hear the testimony from all of you who are assembled to give us guidance, to give us your perspective, to give us the information we need to move forward, to improve the legislation that I know Assemblyman Maynard has worked so hard on with so many other people, but most importantly to make sure that we make New Jersey a safer state for all of our residents. And with that, I'd like to have the roll call so we can begin the official part of the proceedings.